くっ Whew. Hey, Highwinds, how you doing? Man, some of these bosses are they're a little silly, a little clunky. I gotta get used to it. Yeah, that attack almost feels like it's not even worth trying to parry. It has such a wonky hitbox. Maybe go for the dodge and then go for the inst. I think there's a better opening on that anyway. I wouldn't even bother with the parry. Go for the dodge and then go for the armor break, basically, with Raven. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that too. Nope. I think there's some openings here that I can get here. No. Yeah, that's the opening, I think. But the other part too is like even after an armor break on some of these bosses, it's like they don't even get staggered. So it's like you get the armor break, but they just kind of sit there for like 2 or 3 hits and they just immediately counter. So I need to be really careful of that. Might be a way to go too. I'm just not going to use any more Raven against silly attacks like that. Too early. Damage there. So this part's a little annoying because it's like, I guess for whatever reason, I can't attack most of the enemies that are there, and I'm gonna end up targeting the wrong dude otherwise. I think that might be the safest bet, honestly. I'm not even sure if it's worth taking these guys out, too. Okay, I wonder then if... Okay. I don't know. I'm not really sure about the best way to deal with these guys yet. Oh, that actually still hit. I'll be damned. Wow, I did not expect that. Might be able to get Berserk here. Wow. I don't know. The second phase, I think, is a lot more annoying than the first phase. And the second phase is only annoying because of the ads, honestly. It's probably gonna be like a B or an A, though. That's pretty slow. Wow. Or a C. Holy shit. Man, a much faster clear time, huh? Alright, well, I'm obviously missing some tech on these bosses because, holy shit, I'm getting 10% of the total clear time here, so I'm missing something. Alright, it's fine. We'll use items here. How is this game compared to 3? I actually haven't played 3. I think this game is very good, though. I do have some, I would say, criticisms of it, but it's still a good game, though. Ooh. Some of the combat can be... It's weird. The combat is smooth, but it could also be a little frustrating around, like, say, orb drops, for example. I think orb drops in this game don't feel anywhere near as good as, like, 1 or 2. I can only speak for 1, meaning, like, Vanilla 1 and Black. Those 2 games I know relatively well. 2, I know Ninja Gaiden Black 2 to a small degree. And then Vanilla 2, I actually never played through from start to finish, now that I think about it. I played through a chunk of it, but not all of it. But in any case, and all of those versions of the previous games, like, the orb drops felt a lot more consistent. In this game, they don't. And there are various animations when enemies go down, and there could be various amounts of time that it takes for an orb to pop out. And if you're not really paying close attention to that, you can basically get yourself killed if you try to go for a UT. Which is really, 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 really irritating. That is probably one of my biggest bitching points in this game, actually. But anyway, camera angles, classic. They're not always the best by any means, but they are what they are. Guard break is an interesting mechanic in this, in that eventually, like, if you can only take a certain number of hits until your guard is broken, but I'm playing on Death Wish right now, meaning that all of the bonus buffs that I get are gone. So I think I can block like 3 times before my guard is automatically broken. And when your guard breaks in this game, you're going to die. Like, that's pretty much... I haven't really figured out a good way to get around it, but, like, you will get comboed to death in this game if you're not careful. So... And that's not a bad thing. I mean, that's a case of, like... Okay, like, don't get comboed then, bro. you know? Like, the main strategy is, like, don't get hit, bruh. That's pretty much it. Bosses, I think, are interesting overall. As you can see, I'm getting my shit kicked in, but I'm okay with that, because I need to learn these boss fights, like, so I can survive on Master Ninja, for example. I don't know these fights well enough to counter the shit that they're throwing at me, and I'm also learning, too, that I could apparently be doing these a lot faster, because, like, even the last boss that I just did, I got a C rank on, or whatever it was. That was, like, pretty damn good, actually. I think I got hit, like, what, once or twice. Doesn't matter. Still took too long. But I gotta figure out each one of these fights and kind of lock my shit down, you know? The weapon variety on Yakumo is pretty sweet, overall, I would say. I know there's a lot of folks who are kind of bent out of shape about Ryu not having it. I get that. Ow. I understand that complaint to a degree. They kind of... Like, I don't know if you've ever played, like, Devil May Cry 4, for example. This game is, like, basically the Devil May Cry 4 of Ninja Gaiden. Just heal up here. I need to practice this. Well, that's good, then. You'll probably like this kind of game, then. It's not quite as extreme as that, in that you don't play every scenario with Ryu. I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but... You only play a few scenarios with Ryu, but the one cool part about this game is once you beat it the first time, you can go back and play as Ryu in every single chapter in the game, which I like a lot. Yeah, Ryu's in this game, and Ryu's a fucking beast. Like, he's insane in this game. Should've. Oh, bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. There's also, like... There's also things like, I think... There's 10 different types of parrying in this game, something to that effect. There's like... So there's like a... There's a standard parry, there's a perfect parry, a standard block, a perfect block. I guess we'll say like a standard dodge, perfect dodge. And then... Like, based on all of those iterations, you can also use the Raven Blood technique as well on top of it. So there's, like Raven Blood basically doubles the... Or Blood Raven, whatever the hell. I think it's Blood Raven. Blood Raven doubles the amount of parries you have, so it's like it takes it from, like, yeah, 5 to 10 or something like that. It's obscene. Oh boy. So that was a parry, for example. And then there's something called Fatal Flash, where if you get the timing down, that's a Fatal Flash. Or Perfect Fatal Flash, excuse me. That's a standard Fatal Flash, because I didn't shine red there, if you noticed. That's a perfect Fatal Flash. Again, you can see that I'm red. So Fatal Flash is basically a, you're clashing with an enemy's attack in this game. You know what? I've had enough. And that's Berserk. Yeah, Ryu has all of that too. I used too many goddamn items there, but whatever. I don't care. I really should just go for beating this at this point and then cleaning this up. Yeah, see, that clear time. Holy shit, dude. That clear time is brutal. I gotta speed these fights up. There's definitely a factor that I'm missing in these boss fights for cleaning them up quickly. I can't just sit there and wait for counters. That's just not fast enough. Yeah, you got it. Yep. Exactly. I'll give you an example here. To give you an idea of how, like, Ryu can play. Because it'll be a nice break from this shit. Just do hard. Yeah, so these are boss rush trials, and there's also combat trials, too. And I want to do all of them at this point. But here's Ryu. So Ryu doesn't have 4 weapons, but he's got 4 ninpo in this game. And his ninpo is busted as fuck. But that bar that you see at the bottom left-hand side is your Gleam. And that's Blood Raven meter technically with Yakumo, but with Ryu they just call it Gleam. The way Gleam works is it's basically a boosted version of like using the True Dragon Sword. So I'll give you an idea here. Like I am dog shit at this game. And, like, Ryu still just makes shit awesome. You'll see what I mean here shortly. Oh, and then, of course, our guy. Our guy is back. Classic. Here we go. Ninpo. You got Phoenix. You got Wind. go. Yeah, this game is really cool. I do like it a lot, but again, I have some personal gripes with it, but I don't know. Those gripes could really be just skill issues. So, you know. Oh, I thought he was dead. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, well. Skillet? Yeah, exactly. As for your God Hand question, not anytime soon, quite honestly. Right now, it's going to be a lot of Ninja Gaiden. So Ninja Gaiden 4, and then the question is going to be... So GTFO, I'm going to go back to. I didn't play GTFO tonight. This weekend, I'm going to do GTFO, so whoever's interested in that, give me a heads up. We'll definitely do that. I put that off for tonight because I had another meeting, actually, at around 8 o'clock. Not for work, but other shenanigans that I needed to take care of. But it's going to be, like, basically Ninja Gaiden. No, thank you. And then DMC5 or Clair Obscur, one or the other. Hi. Cool. Yeah, so that said, I highly recommend this game. If you can get it on sale, I'd probably get it on sale. Also because, like, the DLC. I'm surprised they haven't released, like, a definitive edition or whatever of the game. Like, as I'm playing this, I'm going to get the Twin Masters, I think. I'm going to pick that up, too. We'll go through all that as well. So, if you don't like Ninja Gaiden, I'm terribly sorry. But, I don't know what to tell you. I will also say, too, that the Japanese voice actor for Ryu is our guy as well. Holy shit. Every time. You never played a single one of the black versions? Ninja Gaiden 1 Black is outstanding, for the record. Now, mind you, the problem with Ninja Gaiden 1 is that it's Ninja Gaiden 1, so it's inherently flawed, but it is still a really, really good game. But Black 1 is the definitive edition. Black 2 makes me want to jump off a cliff. I was not a fan of Black 2 and how they handled it. But, again, that could just be, you know, skill issue, and I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not, you know. How you doing, Figure, by the way? Vanilla 2 looks like... Vanilla 2 definitely has its own issues. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know that game has the... That game has a whole bunch of other fucking issues, too. It almost kind of seems like Sigma is the best way to go, which is kind of crazy. Like, Sigma might be the best version of the game, but they also made questionable choices in that one, too, from what I can gather. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. They give you the pink ribbon? No, they took a lot of that stuff out in this game. In fact, they don't have, like, Ninja Dog anymore. They have Hero instead, which is basically, like, the old-school version of Ninja Dog. I think that's a little weak, personally, but it is what it is. Whatever. They're trying to make it more accessible, and the fact of the matter is, again, well, in fact, I shouldn't say fact. I'm not even paying attention to where I'm going, Jesus. In my opinion, they still did a really good job with this game, so it's like, just the little things, you know. It's like, oh, that's kind of a bummer they took that away. I thought that was pretty funny when they did that, but... My ego is not hurt when I die in this game. I just kind of accept it and you learn and move on. It's pretty much all you can do. This game is meant to kick your ass, so I'm not too bummed out about it, personally. Or I could just cope and say that I'm old. I'm just old and I can't handle these games anymore that the kids and their rap music play nowadays. Hi. My reflexes, my bad eyes, all of it's just gone downhill. I can't play any games anymore. It's all too fast for me, you know? Molding, exactly. And balding. Molding and balding. Exactly, my back hurts. All of it. Gentlemen. Alright. I'm thinking about the idea. It's like old and decrepit, can't fly anything anymore. Just a broken mess of an old man. Have I tried Ragebound? No, but that is on my wish list. I would like to get to Ragebound at some point. You didn't know it existed? Yeah, I mean, it looked like a pretty cool old-school version of the game. A little late on that cancel. Oop, there we go. Also, the music in this game is pretty peak as well. Commander being one of them. This upcoming boss fight. Cool. So yeah, there's a taste of what Ryu can do. It's pretty cool. Dude's a fucking badass in this game. And again, like, that's coming from somebody who's like fucking dog shit. So so yeah, you could do some pretty, and they're like, with Gleam and all that, there's some pretty crazy shit you can do with canceling it once you have an idea what you're doing, but I don't know what I'm doing. So it's and I better learn quick, because when I get my hands on the Dark Dragon Blade, things are gonna change a little bit. So, but I think there's like, I gotta learn like the appropriate Gleam canceling and all that, and because if you do, the training mode in this game kicks fucking ass, by the way, too, just to throw that out there as well. Training mode is like absolutely top tier, and I'm glad that every action game is including training modes now. It's fucking sick. Yeah, so there's that Fatal Flash. But, like, in this game, with the way it works, just do no dismemberment and all that. So, like, in the older games, you could do, like, shuriken canceling and all that. And that's still a thing in this game, too. But in this, you could do Gleam canceling, which is, like, ridiculous. It's actually even faster. So as long as you time your attacks correctly, you could just do like a cancel into Gleam, which would be like the blood, like technically like using Blood Raven as a cancel, but I don't think you can do that with Yakumo. But the other thing you can do too, like when you do launchers, and this is the thing I don't really have the timing down on yet, but you do like a launcher. So normally you could do like a Zuna drop, right? Instead what you can do is 1, 2. And then if I can get it correct here. Oh, actually I don't have the meter. Hang on a minute. I messed up there. Do training settings, and I'll put my key gauge to full here. There we go. So I think I did it correctly the first time. There we go. So you could do shit like that, which is pretty nuts. I needed to mash it out a little bit harder there, that's all, but... But I need to do other shit, though, too. I need to figure out how Ryu work. Like, what's the best... Yeah, because I know that's not invincible. I know they patched the game pretty recently, too, actually, amazingly enough, and they added some invincibility to quite a bit of, quite a few moves. I think it's, like, down, back, X, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if they did it for Gleam only, though. But they added, like, that invincibility startup is pretty nuts. There we go. That's a cool one, too. I guess you can do it infinitely as long as you have the meter. It's not too bad to do, actually. I just needed to mash it out, like I said. Space Marine 2 added it? Krypton and Necrodancer as training? Wow. Oh my god. I mean, it is a nice way to kind of speed through learning how the different mechanics in this game work. I need to figure it out personally, but although Ryu in comparison to Yakumo is pretty straightforward, I think. But I need to get better at actually, like, chaining his shit together appropriately. So let's see. Yeah, because what did they... Hang on a minute, I'm a little curious. I know they buffed this recently. Like, this is a really recent update. I was kind of shocked that they updated it like this. The two mat... Oh, it might be in the two mat... Here we go. Okay, invincibility frames to the startup of the following moves. Dark Dragon Blade. Oh, they only added it to... Ooh. Ew. I see. That would explain why I was getting hit. Okay. All right. That makes a little bit more sense. I thought it was down back for all of the... Okay. Okay. Yeah, so they added invincibility frames to the startup of... So with Ryu, I only have access to one of them, but with the Dragon Sword... Rotate stick, rotate stick. So they did it for base. Wow, so Horizon Break, they added... Okay, so that's invincible on startup? Really? And that's invincible too. Shadow Gleam. Really? I guess I would need to actually... Okay, hang on a minute. Let's do power attacks here, and then we'll do an enemy type that has hyper armor. Oh, we could do Naginata. There we go. So up. Oh, wow, I'll be damned. That actually has invincibility. Holy shit. Okay, that doesn't. Well, because that was not the start up there. Wow, yeah, okay. No, that has invincibility. Is that... I probably want something with an overhead swing, actually. Might be... Could probably do like a Van Gelf, honestly. I don't want to do that. To do that. Okay, yeah, I think that it looks like it has invincibility to it. Do I have it set to power moves only? Let's turn that off. Ow. Wow, I'll be damned. Okay, yeah, that's got invincibility to it. That does not have invincibility to it. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Doing a rotation mid-fight, I don't know, man. That's, I mean, I guess you could do it, but I don't know. I would rather be, like, trying to use other moves, quite frankly. And then the other invincibility, so the Fatal Flash invincibility is pretty sick. So Twin Blades. So that's it. Really? That's invincible? Holy shit. Actually, that might be pretty good. Heal Strike? Wow, really? Holy fuck. Those are invincible? Ow. Okay, yeah, that's invincible. I'll be damned. Wow. I did not expect that. Okay. Yep, that's invincible too. Okay. Okay. Oh, so that's invincible as well. Really? Ow. Okay, that's right. The ending of that's not invincible. Ow, my face. Okay, the Assassin's Tools. Oh, so they didn't make any changes for the staff. Wow, really? Alright. So what's the... Rotate stick X. Oh, we're... That's invincible on startup? Are you serious? Oh my god, it is. Holy shit. Oh my god. Really? That's nuts. Wow. Wow. Alright, that's really good to know. And then mechanical arms. Oh, I see. Okay. So that... Okay. So mechanical arms... Wow, that's interesting too. Holy shit. I guess... People... I don't know. Maybe they saw that people weren't using them enough? I don't really know. Holy shit, dude. Ow, my face. Okay, well, this is good to know. Yeah, so some of these invincibility options, some are better than others, I would say. When using the twin blades, can cancel out of a mid-air Y attack after striking the ground. Oh, yeah, I remember this, yeah. I think they did that because, like, that shit left you wide open. Slightly increase the homing properties of wind. Yeah, they did. Jesus. Let's see. Improve visibility during combat. Okay, so those are most of the patch notes. Yeah, the fatal flash invincibility is pretty nuts, though. I think that is probably one of the most... I would say out of the list that I just saw, that's probably the biggest change. Because you could just, like, sit there after a fatal flash and just hit a whole bunch of enemies at once, which is pretty nasty. Alright. Well, I know I said I was going to do more boss rush stuff, but I'll stop there for now. Actually, this is going to be a short one for tonight. We'll continue with this, though. I need to learn the different boss shenanigans, because obviously I'm not doing this correctly. There's faster ways to do it, which means I'm missing out on... Either I need to be just way more aggressive, or there are significantly better options that I'm missing. But either way, I need to make some changes. In any case, y'all have a good night. I'm a bounce. Till next time.